What's going on, guys? Aero here, and guys, this entire morning for me has just been completely crazy. So I woke up this morning and decided to edit a video for you guys, and so I was editing this video and it'll probably come out in a few days or so, and while I was editing this video for a few hours, I decided to take a break and just go on Twitter and see what everybody was talking about. I opened my Twitter and I see this. I was literally about to faint when I saw that. I was like, there is no way that this is real. You can't be serious. I just made a video on this yesterday. But guys, the official Pokemon Company has announced that we are going to be getting a Pokemon Direct tomorrow. In the words of Tapu Koko, it is time, my boys. It looks like we are finally going to be getting our next new Pokemon game announced, and I am just so excited right now. Like, I'm making this video and I have no words to say right now. Like, this video is completely unplanned and I'm just so excited because it looks like we are going to be getting a Pokemon game this year. Like, literally in my video yesterday, I was talking about how, like, I'm a little bit disappointed because it looks like we're not going to be getting a Pokemon game this year. And even in my next video that I'm currently editing while I saw this Direct announcement, I literally mentioned in the beginning how it looks like just from all the stuff so far, we're not going to be getting a Pokemon announcement, and now with this Direct, it looks like something big is about to happen. So that's definitely what is going to be up tomorrow. I'm really excited. I'm really looking forward to this. It looks like it's going to be a really fun Direct. It's only going to be 8 minutes though, which is a little bit, that's kind of weird though, but I guess it makes sense though. Pokemon Directs aren't usually that long. I think even the one that they had last year, like when they announced Pokemon Sun and Moon, that one was like a few minutes only also, so I guess it makes sense that it's only 8 minutes. But now this is the video that you guys all have been waiting for. It's time to predict and speculate on what that Direct tomorrow is going to talk about. So yeah, hopefully you guys are ready for this. I'm gonna divide this video into 3 big topics so that you guys can just follow that. And so yeah, let me talk to you guys about how I'm gonna divide up this video. So the first thing that we're gonna be talking about is the timing. Now the timing is just gonna involve like when they announce this Direct, when it's gonna be happening, and just a little bit of information on that. The next thing that I'm going to be talking about after that is the system, because obviously right now one of the biggest discussions that's going on about this Direct is what system is this next new game or whatever they're showing tomorrow going to be on. And then finally, the last thing, the big one that you've all been waiting for, the games. What could possibly be shown tomorrow? So sit back, relax, and get ready, because now it's time to predict what is going to be shown tomorrow, and let's get started. Alright, so the first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is the timing of this Pokemon Direct. Now this Direct is going to be happening on June 6, 2017, and I definitely do think that it's worth mentioning the timing about this Direct because it is a little bit confusing to me. Now the reason that I'm saying that is because this Direct is literally happening exactly 1 week before E3, and I'm definitely a little bit confused by this, and maybe you guys know about this and I don't, and you guys can let me know why you think the Pokemon Company chose this. But why would they give us a Nintendo Direct on like Pokemon stuff just 1 week before E3? Like, I'm still confused by that. Like, I'm wondering why couldn't they have just saved all of the information that they're talking about in this Direct tomorrow and just saved that and waited 7 more days and have like a big blowout of this information at E3? Like, I don't understand what the logic is in this. Maybe I guess they just really want to follow their tradition of how like the Pokemon Company never announce any brand new games at E3. Like, they always announce something before E3 and then they like give us information on it at E3. I guess the Pokemon Company really just wants to follow that, and maybe that's why they're just giving us the information ahead of time, and then they're going to give us like some big blowouts of information at E3. Maybe that's what they're going by, but it is something confusing to me. I am just wondering a little bit about like why they decided to do that. Like, why couldn't they have just waited 7 more days and have this big reveal at E3? I guess they just really want to make sure that they can get their information out before everyone else, because I guess at E3 everybody else would be so involved in like other things they might actually forget about the Pokemon Direct or something, or like the Pokemon announcement. I can definitely see that happening. Like at E3 everybody's involved in so many different things from so many different companies that I guess Pokemon, you know, maybe not many people give that much attention to it, and if Pokemon wants the biggest amount of people to watch their Direct and have like news on all of this information, then I guess it would make sense for them to have their Direct ahead of time. So yeah, that's definitely something that was a little bit confusing for me, but I can see why why they would want to do that. So yeah, I'm definitely cool with it. You know, we're getting the information early. I'm just a little bit confused why they decided to do it ahead of time instead of just at E3. But I can definitely see that making sense. Now, even though that we're getting this direct tomorrow, I'm gonna say something right here, and I don't want to disappoint you guys, and I'm not saying this to be a jerk, but I think it is possible, and you know, I really don't want this to happen, but I think it is possible that tomorrow we might not get any gameplay footage of anything that they would want to show us tomorrow. And the reason that I'm saying that is because we're 1 week away from E3. Like, I think maybe tomorrow the whole direct is just going to be dedicated to announcing and revealing whatever this is going to be, but not actually showing us any gameplay or trailer, because then they can just show us the gameplay and trailer and all of that footage at E3. Like, that's definitely what I think could happen. That's what they did with Pokemon Sun and Moon as well. Like, you guys remember that February direct, they revealed to us like Pokemon Sun and Moon coming, you know, holiday 2016, but we didn't get actual like footage of the starter Pokemon, the legendary Pokemon, until May, which was like when they actually showed us that trailer and we got like the first actual information. But since we're actually getting this reveal tomorrow, it's already pretty late, so we'd probably just have to wait till E3 to get the first gameplay footage. And so that's just what I think about it. I think it's definitely worth talking a little bit about the timing. So yeah, let me know what you guys think about that down below. Alright, so the next thing that I want to talk to you guys about is what system is the content that they're going to show in that Pokemon Direct tomorrow. What system is that content going to be on? Because right now we have two systems from Nintendo that both have a lot of potential of running a Pokemon game, and the big question that's going on in the Pokemon community currently is what system is this content going to be on? What is this next new Pokemon content going to be on? We have the Nintendo 3DS and we've got the Nintendo Switch, and they've both got potential of having the next new Pokemon game. And so this is definitely the big question. Is it going to be on the 3DS or is it going to be on the Nintendo Switch? Now, both of these systems have reasons as to why they could run a Pokemon game and why the next Pokemon game should be on them. So let me talk to you guys about each of these systems, and then I'll give you guys my reasoning and what I would personally want. So the first thing we have here is the Nintendo 3DS. Now, the 3DS of course has had a lot of Pokemon games already. We've seen X and Y, we've seen Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, and we've also seen Pokemon Sun and Moon. So now it would make sense if this next new Pokemon game was also on the 3DS as well, because it would make sense to have, you know, just all of those Pokemon games already on the system, and so it would make sense to have the 3DS have this brand new game. Also, they've recently announced that there's going to be a brand new DS coming out this year. It's called the new Nintendo 2DS XL. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I can't even remember all the names now, but yeah, so that's what it's going to be called. There's a new system coming out, I think in July, or yeah, so basically next month there's a brand new DS coming out. So there's definitely people now that are still going to be buying 2DSs and 3DSs, so it would make sense to have the Pokemon game on that so that those people can play that game. But also, this system is pretty old. I mean, this system, I think, when did the 3DS come out? Like 2011, I'm pretty sure. So this system is like 6 to 7 years old now, and I think it's definitely time to move on from this system. And the fact that the Nintendo Switch is portable, it really doesn't make sense to have this system anymore. I mean, it is old. It only has like a slow processor. It's not that fast. We can't run that much on it. It's not that powerful. The graphics aren't that good. And the Switch does basically everything that the 2DS and 3DS can, but much better. So there's definitely that reason as to why the game should be on the Nintendo Switch as well. I mean, the 3DS, it's getting old, and I think that the reason that they would want to put this game on the 3DS is so, one, people that are buying the brand new 2DS this year can play on it, as well as just the people who still have a 3DS, because the 3DS has definitely sold a lot, so it would make sense. But also, if they're planning on phasing out the 3DS line, and like after, I think next year, I think they said they're gonna have 3DS content, but I'm almost certain after next year is over, like after like, you know, late 2018, I don't think that they're gonna continue having 3DS content. I think after that they're slowly gonna start phasing out the 3DS line, and so I think this would make sense if they released this brand new Pokemon game on the 3DS. It would be like that last leg, or like the last kind of big spike in sales for the 3DS, because people would still want to buy the 3DS just to play this brand new Pokemon game, as Pokemon sells a lot of systems. So that would be the last thing. But also, we've got the Nintendo Switch here. Now this is a system that Nintendo wants a lot of sales with. They have really big intentions with it. They want to sell the system as much as the Wii did, and they have a lot of high hopes for it. Now, what's a better way than Super Mario Odyssey and Zelda and all those games to get sales? Pokemon will guarantee a lot of sales on the Nintendo Switch, and so if they release this game that's going to be shown in the Direct tomorrow for the Nintendo Switch, that will also have a lot of potential of selling a lot of Nintendo Switch systems, and a lot of people would go out to the stores and buy a Nintendo Switch just to play this brand new Pokemon game if it's on their next new system. So that's definitely a possibility too. If Nintendo is looking for sales in the Nintendo Switch, if they release this game on the Switch, they've got a lot of potential for a lot of sales to come. So that's definitely the discussion right now. Which system could this be on? Personally, my thoughts, I don't know what it's going to be on. I don't know. They both have very valid reasons as to what it could be on, but personally, I'm going to say I would wish that they would both come out on each system. I wish this game tomorrow would come out on the 3DS and on the Switch, and I think it would just be good because, like I said in my last video, you guys know that the 3DS and the Switch have communications that are possible. So I think if they can work it out and make sure that everything is working, it would definitely make sense to have it on both games or have it on both systems, because then people on the 3DS would be happy and people on the Switch would be happy. But I'm sure on the Switch they would want to put more features and stuff just to make it look better, so some people would go out and make the Switch, or oh okay, well I made that pun there, and make the Switch and go and buy a Nintendo Switch to play the next new Pokemon game. So definitely let me know what you guys think about the system down below as well. What system do you guys think this is going to be on? Alright, and finally, the last thing that you guys have all been waiting for, what is the content that they're going to show us tomorrow in this Pokemon Direct? Now, we have a lot of speculation and a lot of people coming up with different ideas on what could be shown tomorrow, and I have a few ideas right here, and I'm just going to be going through them and giving you guys my thoughts and just some reasons as to why I think what could be shown tomorrow is following what these ideas say. So the first thing that we have is, of course, Pokemon Stars or Pokemon Eclipse. Now, Pokemon Stars and Eclipse, now I'm not saying that these are going to be the actual names of the games that they're going to show us tomorrow, but sort of like following the trend of like a third version of the main series Pokemon games. And last year getting Pokemon Sun and Moon, a lot of people are saying that we could be getting Pokemon Stars or Pokemon Eclipse shown tomorrow. Now, the reason that I'm saying that this is possible is because there's a lot of reasons as to why a third version of Pokemon Sun and Moon could happen. I mean, for one, there's a lot of potential of this game coming out on the Switch because of the Eurogamer leak that happened last year. I mean, Eurogamer reported that a Pokemon game was going to be coming to the Nintendo Switch this year. It's going to be a third version of Pokemon Stars, and you know, Eurogamer has been pretty accurate on all of their leaks. Like, their track record is pretty good, so that's definitely some credibility right there that this could be a game coming on the Nintendo Switch, and it's going to be a third version of Pokemon Sun and Moon. Also, there's some just like footage of walking animations and stuff like that that are in Pokemon Sun and Moon. Like, Pokemon Sun and Moon have walking animations that weren't used in the games, and this could definitely be saved for like the third version, which is going to be coming onto the Nintendo Switch, because obviously the 3DS wasn't powerful enough to run Pokemon Sun and Moon. I mean, the battles were laggy, and after you had like triple battles with like flying animations from flying Pokemon and stuff, the game would just slow down a lot, and so it could definitely not handle the walking Pokemon. If they really wanted to have that, like where the Pokemon walk behind the trainer, they could just save that and put it on the Switch version. So I could definitely see that happening as well. Plus, also with like the outlines and stuff that people have done, we can see that if you remove the outlines in Pokemon Sun and Moon, the models look very nice and they look very good in high definition. So why would they take the time to make all of these high definition models if they're not even going to be used on the Nintendo Switch? Because the Nintendo Switch has a high definition screen and the 3DS doesn't. So why would they take the time to make high definition models if they're not going to be used on the 3DS's screen? So I definitely do think that it makes sense if they have the game on the Nintendo Switch, because then you could have those high definition models, you can use all of that extra stuff like the walking animations and stuff like that that wasn't used. And so yeah, that definitely adds some potential, as well as the Eurogamer leak saying that we could be getting a Pokemon game. So that's definitely the number one thing that I would say is sort of what I believe in. I think we're going to be getting some type of third version of Pokemon Sun and Moon tomorrow. The next thing that we've got is something that I know a lot of people are looking forward to: Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes. Now, Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remakes are also something that a lot of people are speculating, and I'm definitely saying that they are going to come. I just don't see them coming right now. I can see maybe next year, but I just don't see Pokemon Diamond and Pearl remake coming out this year. But hey, if they came out, I would totally be cool with that. I mean, I would just completely buy them right away. But I'm just saying, like, judging from like the time and all of that, I just think we need like a year or two for those to come out. I think we need to wait just a little bit longer. But hey, if we get Diamond and Pearl remakes tomorrow, I will definitely be cool with that, and I will buy them in a second. Alright, the next thing that we have is not any main series Pokemon content. I mean, it is possible. I mean, I really don't want the content tomorrow in the direct to not be any main series Pokemon content, but it is still possible that we might not get any main series Pokemon content, and so the stuff that we could see tomorrow could have something like a spin-off title like Pokemon Mystery Dungeon. Maybe we could get some type of new Mystery Dungeon game, maybe like it'll be something like Poke Park 3, or it could be some other like spin-off title like Pokemon Battle Revolution or something like that. That is possible. They could maybe show something like that on the Switch, so that's definitely a possibility. And also the third, or like the last thing that I have to talk to you guys about is Pokemon Go. Now Pokemon Go is supposedly going to have a big summer this year. They have like player versus player something coming, like they have player versus player coming out this year. They have like legendary Pokemon coming out this year as well. So a Pokemon Direct would definitely be a good time to show everyone how to get these Pokemon and give us the announcement of all this stuff. So that's definitely a possibility tomorrow as well. I just don't see Pokemon Go really being there because they shown Pokemon Go at E3. Like if you remember the presentation that they had last year, they showed Pokemon Go during that. So it's definitely possible that we could just see all of that stuff at E3, but it is still possible to get some Pokemon Go footage. And so yeah, there you guys go. Those are all of the speculations and predictions that I have on the Pokemon Direct tomorrow. Definitely leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video. I've also created a straw poll on like what you guys would like to see tomorrow and also like what you guys are predicting. So I'll have that linked in the description. Definitely go on there and vote for what you guys think is going to be shown tomorrow. Leave a like if you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below on what you guys think is going to be shown tomorrow in the Direct. I'm definitely curious to see what you guys have to say, and I'll try to reply to as many of you guys as I can. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. You can definitely bet that I'm going to be covering the content that's shown tomorrow, so definitely be sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on that. I've got a lot of other cool Nintendo content coming as well. Go follow me on Twitter if you want my live reactions and live stuff on the Direct that's going to be happening tomorrow, so definitely be sure to go follow me on Twitter. You can also tweet me some questions and other things that you want to ask me as well. And yeah, that is pretty much it. I'm really hyped for tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching.